So it's a new day here in Denmark. What I want to explain to you today is something that people seem to be struggling with a lot, and that's when you're in an unknown location like I am here in Denmark. You know, I've been here a lot of times, but still it's not my home ground, you know. And what sometimes people struggle with is finding compositions in these areas where you're not that familiar. And I often get comments from people saying that I'm quite good at it. I don't know if that's the truth, but I don't seem to struggle that much, or at least it appears to be like that when you're watching the videos. But the honest answer is that I'm also someone that really struggles in these situations. So let's find a shot here first, and I'll explain a little bit more about that. So the first tip that I can give you is to explore. Just explore, explore, explore. So yesterday, you see me struggle, it's actually 2 days ago, with that extremely lot of wind that we were facing. But that was also an opportunity there, you know, because yesterday completely rained away. It was rain, rain, rain. So what I did, I just started driving around, and I was driving around, driving around, driving around, everywhere I could go, take different routes, and just explore your whole area so that you're known. Just find people that know the area, that can give you tips of where to go. You don't have to copy their images, but they usually have a good idea of the locations that are nice for photography. So I'm looking at an epic sunrise here. I'm at the Himmelbjerg, so this is the highest point in Denmark, and a beautiful sunrise over there. So quickly gonna do it, shoot it with this cloud inversion down here. Real nice. But just look at this water here. Everywhere you look, you have this massive cloud that I just drove through with fog, and also on the other side there's also a lot of fog in that valley. So let me show you the first shot that I'm shooting at the moment. So show you the back of the camera. This is what I'm looking at. I'm using this land here to lead the eye into the back of the frame. Then you have this water with that fog in the center, and then a beautiful sunrise on top there. So the scene looks like this. So when the sun is getting up a little bit higher, that fog will be lightened up by that beautiful light, and that's when I'm hoping to get those nice images that I am looking for. So yeah, I might even get into this tower here to get an even better view, but I don't know if it's worth it, if I can stand up there. But there's totally no one here, so might be able to do that. So quickly gonna go into that tower. So I'm up in the tower at the moment, 10 crowns, so that's about €2.50 or something, but there is no one here. You know, if you come here during the day, it's probably crawling with tourists, especially in the high season. But it did improve my composition going up here. So I can just look over the tree line now, and that just looks really nice. So I'm going to mount the 100 to 400 in a second, so that I can really start to isolate all those beautiful pieces in this landscape. So I'm getting some ridiculous shots at the moment from up here, so just really nice. Look on the back of the camera here. Just look at all those layers of fog here stumbled together, you know, ISO 200, f8 to get everything in the scene sharp. And it's way out there, but that light is now coming from the side there. And it's illuminating this whole valley there, so it's just so nice. So another tip that I want to give you if you are in these locations that are unknown, stick to what you do know. And that sounds very easy, but it's actually quite hard. For example, what I told you, rely on areas that you've already explored. Don't try something new. Another good example is rely on the weather systems. You know, across the world, weather systems are almost everywhere kind of similar how they work. Like I am facing today, you know, the dew point was low, no wind, a high moisture, so a lot of moisture in the air, and that usually means that there is going to be fog. And while I was driving around here, I already noticed there was fog in the valleys, and fog always concentrates where there is water and in the lower parts. So what I wanted to do is get up as high as possible. So I went to this place, the highest point in Denmark. I can't get any higher than this. And just try to, I'm getting some beautiful light here at the moment, so pushing the shutter. have to keep my eye on that. But just rely on those facts, the fact that you know the weather is going to be what you expect it to be. So that was another tip. So let me show you this shot because it's getting crazy while I'm talking to you. That light is going to hit that fog down there. So I'm just shooting this little scene down here. And you can see here on the back of the camera, I got all these layers of fog, and now that fog is being lit up with golden light here on top. It just looks amazing. Things are just getting so much better than I would have hoped they would. Absolutely ridiculously good conditions. I don't even know where to look here, you know. It's so amazing. Let me just try to show you here if I turn you around. So we're still looking at that sunrise over on the left, but all that beautiful light is now illuminating that fog here in that valley. And it just looks so ridiculously good on camera. For example, just look at this scene here that I just found. It's just ridiculous, all those layers of trees with that fog and that light running through it. Wow, 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 wow. I don't have shots like this in my portfolio. So that's always something I'm trying to search for, you know, get those new images that I don't have yet. No, there are no places in the Netherlands like this where you can stand, I think 300 meters high, looking over everything. What more do you want? What more do you want? And some gorgeous light here on the bottom now at the moment. Don't know where to look. So here are a couple of images from the last couple of minutes. Amazing, absolutely amazing. So another tip that I'm having if you're in an unknown location is don't try to copy something you've seen from another photographer. You know, we've all done it. We've all tried to find inspiration on Instagram, Facebook, Location Scout, wherever on Google. And we see the most beautiful images, but don't go to these places specifically for that image. You know, it just won't work. You know, the image is probably taken by someone known in this area, and creating the most magical scene in the most magical conditions. And the chances that you're facing those conditions at that moment are just really, really small. So what happens is you will get to that place, take a shot, which you won't be happy with because it's not as good as what you've seen online. And yeah, that's a shame, you know. Try find your own shots that inspire you and that give you that nice feeling. And yeah, chances that you're facing a scene like this for the first time around in an area, they are just really, really, really small. So with a scene like this, you know, just shoot something. So again, I found a new composition looking towards the south side at the moment, and sorry, the north side. So there's side light coming from the left instead of going the other side. But as you can see, I've put this large cloud. If I zoom out, you see it's more like this. But I'm just zooming in the scene like this, using that cloud as a banker and that white line on the horizon as my top layer. And it actually works out pretty nice. So yeah. I don't know where to look here actually, it's just, I'm seeing compositions everywhere, light rays appearing everywhere. Yeah, magic, absolute magic. So there's one more tip that I want to give you when you're facing a scene like this that I've been shooting at the moment, is don't go for the obvious shot, you know, don't go for the wide angle shots or the zoomed in shots, but try to find the most absurd, crazy shots that you can find in this scene. Now, let me show you one of those shots that I just found, just to show you what I mean with it. For example, something like this, where you have only clouds and then only that bunch of bushes on top there. And I found a couple of those scenes, and the funny thing is that these scenes, they appear, you know, they're not here constantly. So this fog is moving around, the light changes. So keep looking around and scout those crazy shots that you're only able to shoot right here, right now, today. And that's the most beauty. That's the shots that give me that ridiculous feeling, like, wow, what the hell is this? What am I shooting today? Crazy, absolute crazy. So right now the sun is getting up quite high, so it's getting difficult to get those nice shots because the light is getting a little bit hard reflecting on the top of those clouds. So it's gonna be a bit tricky to expose those shots. But yeah, I think I got a couple ones. So let me show you those crazy shots that I was talking about right now. So I took two more images from down the tower that are quite interesting. With that hard light at the moment, it's difficult to see nice images. But there are two trees here on the slope that you can see here on the side, which are pretty interesting with that foggy backdrop. And on the other side of the lake, it's difficult to see. I made a little movie clip of it. There's one island laying in the sunlight, and then you have this dark mountain pointing towards the island, and then the bottom and the top of the frame are covered in this fog that's rolling over. So might be interesting, might be nothing, I don't know. But if there's one last tip that I want to give you, is just try stuff. Don't think to yourself, I don't know if this is working. Just take the shot. You know, you're here one time probably, and you're not going to be returning here. So just take those shots and see at home if they worked. So don't take any risks, because there might be some hidden gems that you're just not shooting because of that. So in an unknown location, don't take any risks, take the shot. So I guess this is it for today's video. I hope you liked this video and that you found these tips useful. Please leave a comment down in the description. I always like to engage with anyone who are watching this channel. And yeah, what a wonderful morning. Absolute ridiculously good conditions. And that's the last tip that I'm giving you. Stick to your plan. If you have an idea, if you figured something out yesterday what you wanted to do, don't change that because you see something on the way there that might be interesting. No, if you have a good idea, you thought about it, stick to the plan and just go there. You know, I've passed a couple of really nice locations this morning, but I just figured if what I have in mind works, then this is the best location in the whole of Denmark today. And it absolutely worked out perfectly. So thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. Please push the thumbs up button if you did. And there is a subscribe button underneath this video. If you push that and select all on the notification bell, you'll get a message when I release my next video. And I hope to see you next week. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.